I'm here at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery in Glenside, and I'm standing in front of a very, very large London plane tree. And I wanted you to see this, and what I think it is canker. It's really a very large spot on the tree at the trunk, and it's a whole grouping of trees that have a similar situation. I'm going to show you. The trees are probably about 120 years old or so. The cemetery is quite old, and I'm going to walk you around to see some of these what I classify as a canker. You'll see some of this growth, or some of it has actually healed over, but some of it is quite visible. This one here is not as bad as the other one, but if we go down here, I think some of these have it too. I'm going to show you. Well, this one here may be okay. This one here is all right, but I saw some really bad ones down here, up here in this area. I'll show you some larger canker. When you come to old cemeteries, you'll actually find that there are many different types of trees. I think most cemeteries should be arboreta because they have such a great collection. That's where people used to introduce new plants. Laurel Hill and up in Boston, Mount Auburn Cemetery. The nursery people used to plant their best trees there so people could see them, because so many people came to the cemeteries to visit their loved ones. But here, look at this canker. Here, it's enormous. Look at it. Goes around and up. And this tree would take maybe about 3 or 4 people to go around it with their arms. They're quite large. Here's another one over here. Take a look at this one. This is a woodworker's dream, to have gnarled wood like this. As you can see, that an old tree, look at the bark changes. Look how drastically the bark changes. Here, look at this crazy visual. And then this is what the bark should look like over here. This is definitely a serious problem. And it's, again, these trees are really old, and I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the next several years they're all going to have to come down. The canopies are really large. So if you're looking for some really interesting trees, definitely want to go to a cemetery, because you'll find very old trees, and you'll find usually ones that are either no longer being grown, or the best samples you'll ever find, the biggest samples you'll ever find. You'll also find ones like this one here, this white pine, that has a shoot coming off the side here. You could see that tree growing off the side. And it's a sport. Sometimes they'll sport to a new type of tree altogether. Those trees would have to be grafted, but that's where plant explorers look. They look in cemeteries, they look in places where they'll find very ancient trees, and then they'll look for what they classify as chimeras or sports that are unlike the tree itself. So here you have it, Holy Sepulchre Cemetery, and these amazing giant London plane trees with canker. I hope you enjoyed this video.